Country. WJCL 22 News at 5 starts now.
Right now at 5, unresolved races. More than a dozen races remain too close to call following the midterm election. Ahead, the battle over ballots and how it's playing out here in Georgia. Plus, and people across southeast Georgia and the Low Country honor those who have made sacrifices every day for our freedom. The events happening this Veterans Day and what our local leaders have to say.
Thank you for joining us at 5. I'm Cassidy Lance.
And I'm Frank Sulkowski. It's another day in Georgia without an answer in the governor's race between Republican Brian Kemp and Democrat Stacey Abrams. It comes as more than a dozen races across the country are still too close to call.
Abrams continues the push to have every vote counted, while Kemp says as the last of the votes come in, it is clear who the winner is.
WJCL's Kyle Jones is here now with how and why Kemp is declaring victory. Tonight, President Trump is weighing in on Twitter, saying this can be all prevented with proper forest management. And
Aixa Diaz, as she explains, his tweets are being met with some pushback.
Volunteers with the South Carolina Red Cross on their way to help victims of the California wildfires. So far, 6 volunteers from South Carolina are deployed. 3 of them are helping with the Camp Fire, while the other 3 are helping with the fires in Ventura County. Those volunteers will be helping provide hot meals, move supplies, and assist those in shelters. The South Carolina Red Cross also has a dozen volunteers assisting with recovery efforts after Hurricane Michael and Florence. Right now, city leaders and local Savannah agencies are trying to restore the more than 100-year-old City Hall.
Earlier this month, the Savannah City Council discussed their plan to make restorations to the iconic building.
WJCL's Jackson Kurtz live from City Hall with more on the city's plans. Jackson. And all day, events have been held across our area to show that those sacrifices have not gone unnoticed.
Well, our Stephen Moody attended the annual Veterans Day Parade in downtown Savannah, and he has more on how the community is showing support in a really special way.
That's right, 26% of its workforce, veterans.
And WJCL Sharon Johnson found out how the company says thank you to them each year.
Well, the Low Country is an area that is growing fast.
But that growth also requires things like increased medical access to help support a growing community.
WJCL's Alex Littlehales is in the Low Country with details on a project that will someday help save lives. Alex. Hard to believe, but the holiday season is here, and with Thanksgiving quickly approaching, one Low Country group is looking to help neighbors in need. Our
Riley Miller explains when they'll be making the special distribution and how you can get involved. Well, the timeless tradition of the Nutcracker returns to Savannah for a 27th year.
The holiday classic waltzes onto the Savannah Civic Center stage next weekend.
Now, we caught up with the South Carolina Ballet Company to find out what fans can expect from this year's holiday favorites.
And I'm Frank Sulkowski. We are bringing you team coverage of the biggest races across southeast Georgia and the Low Country. The top story so far tonight: long waits to vote right here in Georgia. One polling place in Gwinnett County now has extended hours until 9:25 this evening. No places in our area have extensions yet, but if you're in line right now, you will still be allowed to vote. Some voters in Chatham County tell us they've been in line for up to 4 hours or more.
Well, Leandra Larson is live in Pooler, where those lines are long and patience is wearing thin. Leandra.